So a big welcome to Billy from the founder server, the DJ on my Discord.
Thanks for that, Amorgin.
So we're down here doing this solo leaderboard and Fractured Empire solo event. The solo leaderboard's happening largely by killing level 22s in the level 22 systems, and then if you're lucky enough to kill one of these bosses, so guys like Psychosis and Amorgin down here will be killing these level 26s. Char's over here in his enterprise as well. They're killing these level 26 bosses, and guys like me can come in afterwards when they finally get destroyed and a boss has been lowered down enough that I might be able to take him out with my Centurion. That'll give me 500 points. Otherwise I'm grinding in a level 22 system to try and get onto this leaderboard. It's pretty tough. Psychosis has won it the last number of times. And we were discussing this PvP, which is moving around. You were saying, Billy, it's moving around the systems every 2 days.
It seems to be 2 days, yes.
So people who aren't getting their points, people who aren't getting their points from doing PvP in say Earthak or Pirellion, that means it's in Constina that day.
Yeah, you just have to check the event.
Yeah.
And it tells you in the event in the really little right in the fine. Yes.
Yeah, a little bit.
You should check every day.
Yeah, a little bit more of an announcement on that would have been useful.
Well, when I found out when I was playing with Dark there, I had a few choice words to say, put it that way.
Not you. Not you.
And so once again, for the purposes of the editing, I want to welcome Toler into the chat. Toler and Billy are both moderators in the Discord.
Thank you, Amorgin, for the...
You're very welcome. So have you been doing any of this event, Toler, on your server?
I have hardly been playing, to be honest. I started driving for Amazon.
Oh.
And I don't have any time at all. So I can't play and drive at the same time.
That's why we all need Teslas.
Yes.
One of them crashed into a wall or something the other day on automatic.
Really?
Yeah, a Tesla was on automatic and had a crash or caused some trouble.
Yeah, there's a number of stories like that, alright, but I wonder, is it, on average, is it more than a manual car? I'd imagine there's more manual cars on average going in the walls on a daily basis.
Exactly, true. Well, how many Teslas are there out there? Probably 10, 20,000 these days, is it? I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe more.
More. They're not really big in Australia at the moment because we don't really have too many charging. But you can charge it at home, I suppose.
It's definitely going to be handy some point in the future. We can all be sitting behind the wheel and playing Star Trek Fleet Command.
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Especially for your job if you're driving.
Right. Yeah. If I could do a drone, I don't even think I could do it if I was flying a drone. You have to deliver 200 packages a day. So, kind of a challenge.
And what do you do? Are you doing a region, or do you have to do long distance, or?
You go out probably 30-45 minutes and then drop on your way back in.
Okay, so it's local enough.
Yeah, about 200 miles a day. Not too bad. As long as you have enough petrol to get back in. The other day, I realized I still had 7 more stops, and I only had 39 miles worth of gas, and it was 36 miles back to the station.
Lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's lovely. So,
Is there many diesel cars over in States where you are?
yeah, we have a fair amount. I have a diesel truck, but
Okay.
the fleet is all petrol. So, yeah, it's primarily petrol versus diesel.
Yeah. And so where I am, it's pretty rural, so most people need to have their own cars. Um,
Oh yeah.
and because of that, public transport's not great, you see. So because of that, there most people opt for diesel.
Oh really? It's cheaper.
Well, the prices fluctuate, I suppose. Like because I live near the border between north and south, you know, so prices north and south of the border can vary. So people can just nip across to wherever they get their cheaper fuel, you know.
Yeah.
It would be a regular thing, like. There was a time when people would nip across to do their weekly shopping as well because of prices and stuff. Like, it's the handy thing about living on a border, I guess, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I live in Missouri, and the price of fuel is quite a bit cheaper in Missouri versus Illinois. So everybody jumps across the river to Missouri to buy theirs.
Handy.
Yeah.
The Aussies don't have anything as efficient as that. Borders that you can cross and get cheaper fuel. Anything like that down under?
No, on the border between Queensland and New South Wales is a town called Tweed Heads.
Yeah.
And basically one side's New South Wales, one side's Queensland, obviously. So they just go back and forth, whoever's got the cheapest petrol.
So Queensland and New South Wales set their own fuel prices then, yeah?
Yes. Well, the oil companies do.
Right.
But, yeah, it's two different tax systems. Well, yeah.
Yeah, for us too in the States, it depends on what taxes for the highways that the states set. So Missouri has really wonderful highways for the most part. But Illinois, I guess they don't apply the tax to the streets, and they're a mess. So
That sounds like the roads between New South Wales and the ACT, which is Canberra. It's a territory. I like Washington. It's the capital of Australia. But as soon as you cross the border, you go from a crap road to a fantastic road, you know? Because all the politicians like their roads to be very nice in Canberra. Anyway.
yeah, have you ever noticed when you leave one location, it's a crappy road, and you enter the new one and it's a beautiful road? It's kind of like
Yeah.
marketing, you know.
So you're rural, are you, Amorgin?
Quite rural, yeah.
Yeah. So what, are you in a small town or out of town?
Small town, yeah, small town. About 12,000 people in this wider area, which is normal enough for a small town here, you know. But there's actually, I heard an interesting stat that anywhere outside of Dublin, even the other cities in Ireland, like they're all regarded as rural by the European definition.
Oh, okay.
So they're
What's the primary crop in the farms?
the crop. Well, a lot of dairy farms and a lot of beef farms around here. Like you wouldn't get too many people. Like it happens, but I suppose those kind of farms aren't. You don't see big sprawling farms, people growing wheat, and it happens. Like, but it's not the main form of farming in this country. Cattle farming is the main form of farming here, you would say. I'm no expert on that though, because I'm not a farmer.
Yeah, well, my town goes from about 40,000, or 35 to 40,000 people, but around when the races are on, car races, goes to about 100,000 people or so, maybe 200 on some days. Yeah. Yeah, so we have a place called Mount Panorama, which is huge in the car racing scene. It's kind of like Daytona for America, for Australia, you know. Massive. All the people in their V8s and super sports cars come down and that. It's really cool.
Are you a bit of a petrol head, Billy?
No, I've been to the races many times, but I don't really care anymore. It's just, yeah. But it's a very hilly track. If you ever look up Mount Panorama in Bath, you just, it's a very unique track. Like the elevation of it goes up about 400 meters, or 400 meters from the bottom of the hill to the top of the hill. And it's about 6 kilometers, 6.1 kilometers around. So when people come to my town, like the tourists and that, first thing they do is drive around the track.
I suppose
We had an
that's what
an
they do.
F1. Well, it is, that's what it's known for. If you're going to go to my town, you've got to go around the track.
Sorry, I'm
Do you know
I'm just looking at a Centurion in Constina. I'm wondering, can I kill it?
Yeah. You can try.
Do you mind? I'll send these couple of
No,
ships,
go for it.
and I'll send a Bortus as well. You can kill something in return if you want. I'll send you I'll send you a Bortus with a crappy crew. Yeah.
Yep, okay. I'll take the points.
Now I don't remember. Can you remove the crew entirely and send an empty ship?
No, I think you need the commander. You need the captain.
Just one will do. Yeah.
Yeah, just one will do.
Right. So
Why
I'm
would
gonna
you do that?
to give each other PvP points, Toler.
To lower the strength of the ships, or one of the ships. So if he's going to lower his crew strength, it's easier, less damage to my ship when I sink him.
So I'm gonna put that DJ Aoki guy at the helm. He's pretty weak, and you can destroy him inside a Bortus if that suits you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Now the Bortus is 296k. Is that all right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep.
Okay, and I'll finish up on Star Trek Fleet Command. We can do this later or tomorrow or something anyway if you want to try it again. But this is for the purposes of the video, just to demonstrate the PvP element of this. Right, so Hugo's after saying chat there and I missed it, and so I'm sorry, Hugo, about swapping Chen for Uhura. The ships are en route, so we can't do that right now. Apologies for that. But I can go through some of the battle logs.
Just looking at your chat up there. And my old mate White Wolf, he's a Borg. He got assimilated. Not happy about that. Anyway, I'm sure he'll be back to swords soon.
Where did you see that?
On the chat screen. On the in-game chat.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Morgan, are you and Billy in the same alliance?
We were for a little while, but we're in alliances. I suppose have been a very big rivalry over the years, but we're quite friendly now.
Well,
I don't.
My alliance sword, form as brothers in arms kind of thing. Yeah, very close.
This game is wonderful for making friends around the world, isn't it?
It's been really, really good in terms of what I've seen now on Twitter and different places with people doing those little things in the system where they get all their ships together like we done for Rommel. There's a lot of people does that kind of stuff. Like myself and Billy, we were talking a number of times just about the supports that people are giving each other just for tough times in their lives and different things going on. It's It's really great, like. But just for Hugo there, I'm flying through some of these logs.
Oh, there you are.
Is that my ships arriving into the system, Billy?
Yeah, the Centurion just turned up.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna put my Klingon on your starboard bow, starboard bow, starboard bow. There's a Klingon on your starboard bow, starboard bow. Oh, maybe if I actually put on the starboard bow, that might help me. There we go.
Okay.
Lower your shields. I have you surrounded.
So wait till my Bortus is a minute out. So what am I taking out belonging to you?
Probably the Bortus.
Okay.
That's the cheapest one to repair. Yep.
So you have Kirk on your Centurion.
Yeah, I'm just playing around with a few different things with that at the moment. So different crew combos and etc.
Arix, Kumak, and Gonzalez. Arix is the captain.
Yep.
And that's me scanning from my Bortus. Okay, so I'm gonna hit. Let me see. I'll hit your Bortus with this Saladin. See what happens.
Okay.
You ready?
Let's go. Yep.
Okay. Saladin barely survived that.
Ah.
So you had Nero, Vela, and Livis.
Yes.
I had your typical Gorkin setup with Harrison and Kerla. Okay, so that Bortus is there now, Billy. You want to take it out?
Yep, sure thing. Let me just...
Is this a tit for tat? Is that what we're doing?
Kinda like that, yeah, but we've 3 ships, so I'm not sure what we're going to do with the last one.
There we go.
And we've a similar enough crew setup, but he has Vimet, and I have Ahura. So we might will we go head to head with the Centurion? They're very, very similar. Yours is sitting at 391, mine's sitting at 392. You have Vela, I have Ahura. Will we go head to
interesting.
We go head to head with the Cents, see what happens?
Yes, definitely.
Right, let's go for it. I won that one.
You did too.
And take a look at these battle logs for a second.
Oh.
It was close.
I was saying your one was a 399 actually.
Is that what it's saying on your log?
Yeah, it says 399.
Let me look at mine. Says 399 in my log as well, yeah. It said 392 when I was looking at it a minute ago.
Hmm.
So just a wee reminder before I move, sorry Billy, before I move from Star Trek Fleet Command, a wee reminder, anybody wants to be in with a chance of winning the mystery prize needs to tell us in the stream chat why Billy's such a good DJ, and Pep will pick a winner at the end of the stream.
Well, I like the one that says, you know, I should have a, I'm such a good DJ, I should be, have my own Las Vegas show.
Probably. And we shout out to Sync Gaming there. Sync is after popping into the chat. Say hello. It's good to have you back, buddy.
Oh, someone said good DJ but lousy singer. Alright, someone on our server then. Peter McCarthy.
Yeah, that's Macca.
Ah, it's Macca.
Yeah.
I'll be hunting you down, Macca.
Macca Oz.
Yeah, well, consider yourself kicked, Macca Oz. He's a sword boy.
I like that one, that you have the perfect face for radio. Thanks for that, Andrew. It's funny because it's true.
Poor Billy.
Well, I was talking to Sai the other day, and when he popped on Discord, he had his video screen going, so I got to see Sai, and he really does have a face for radio.
Oh, poor Missy.
He quickly turned it off. That was a good night. Hooked up with Fartasia and Sai for a little bit, have a bit of a chin wag. It was good.
Yeah, well, hopefully we can do a little bit more of this in the game and get the guys in, and while we play a little bit, and I can do a few videos like this, even if it's not a live stream, like we can do that, and I can record a little bit and edit a little bit if people are up for it.
To be sure.
Up your baye.